ご覧いただいた方、途中でまた切れちゃって申し訳ございません。
There's nobody here. It's locked.
なんか一回やるたんびに出てくるようなエラーな。ほんま勘弁してほしいわ。ちょっとマップの出方が怪しいな。ああ、商人。
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
アルバート。なかなかすさんでるな。どっか行けとすぐ言う。まあまあまあ。
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here.
だいぶ荒れてん
Bastard was a
な
soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Goodbye, young man.
サンキュー。ちょっといろいろ調べる必要があるな。また
I cannot enter.
またあれちゃん。あ、ちゃうちゃう。えげつないゾンビと会うんちゃうん。おうおうおうおう、くたばってるやん。何を調べたらいい？これ多分隠れ家やな。今はいい。この家か。
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay,
お、ハリー。
come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Oh.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
すいません、本当に MT さんすいません。これまあもう大丈夫と思いたいですけどね。ネットエラーは今日はないんちゃうかな、祝日。まあ分からんわ。もうこれはもう交通事故なんかな。まあ名月に頑張りますんで、応援よろしくお願いします。
I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living
なかなか言う
I'm
ね。
afraid of.
っていうかこの人もう2つ出たね。早いな。あ、でも少ないな。あー、病弱か。あ、2人おるな。怪しいな。意外にキ
Do
ー
you
パー
know
ソンかもし
Nurse
れんな。
Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
OK。
Goodbye,
ありが
young
とう
man.。Take care of yourself.
ちょっといろいろ調べますよ。もらえるもんはもらっていきますよ。おう、別に普通の生活してる感があるよね。
It's locked.
これどうやって開けるのこれ。採用見送りの手紙。交番で求人の応募についてお断りのご連絡を差し上げなければなりません。病気のご子息を抱え最愛の奥様が亡くされた中、私ども事務所までご足労いただき、またご自身の大変な状況について説明でありがとうございました。しかしながら弊社の方針において前科者は雇用しない旨が明示されている事実を伝えしなければなりません。残念ながら悪名高いウェットブートボーイズとピーターソン様の関係について確認いたしました。今は厳しい時代です。フィンチ&ハーバーではこのご応募いただいた方に少々調査をさせていただいた上で合格した候補者を優先させていただいております。なるほど。まあ、そっか、こいつな。どこおんねん。こいつ、どこおるだから、なんか今、誰かに語りかけてきてんの。誰かが俺に語りかけてきてんねんけど。プロのヴァンパイアハンター。チラシやな。あ、でもなんか重要なとこに入ったな。しゃ、ここはこれで。
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
誰喋ってんの。よし、ありがとう。あんたは誰だい。
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business
ジョ
once
ー・
and
ピー
for
タ
all.
ーソン。こいつまだ会うてへんけど、なかなかのあれやな、悪人やな。病人だらけやんけ。競争剤、気管支炎の薬。
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
なるほどね。評価はそんなに。まあちょっとここはちょっとフォローも入れて。
So she's trying to help her fellow immigrants. Why would that make her a villain?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free.
ああ、なるほど
sell
ね。
it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
商売家だっけかな。なあ、そうやな。
Right then. Show me what you have.
何ある？金ないけど。まあでもだいたいも2とか5とかやって持ってるな。まあいいや。今回パス。ありがとう。
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
ちょっといろいろ散策できそうやな。さっきのこの前のゾンビにビビりすぎてちょっとヘタレになってんな。これさっきのとこじゃないな。この奥やな。おう、誰やんた。
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some,
データ。
but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
なかなか強気や
According
な。
to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
ちょっとこれ置いとこう。おお。
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
わあ、なんか極端やな。
Barry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
なるほどな。家族のため
Do
に
you have any regrets?
Only one.
リスク背負
Not
って
to have
働
my
く親父
beloved
か。
wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another
no.
town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
ええやつやん。
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
なるほどね。すぐ横におるやん。
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
おきにありがとう。おそこおんで。ほらほらほらほら。
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus.
気づかんか？
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot
ウェ
boy.
ットブートボーイズっていうのがおるんやな。
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a Decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
奥さんが亡くなってからちょっと人生変わっちゃったんやな。
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile, not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
なるほどね。ないな。もう聞くことないな。
Goodbye for now, Mr.
お金ないんで買えません。すいません。あ、どっか行った。まだ行ってないところ。大手るやん。
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on,
聞いとこ
Barrett, you know, game you pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
ゆすられてるやん。
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been wretched. And let your guard down, sir.
The disease upon us is not an accident of nature.
ちょっと怪しいだろ。いけるか。誰かおるけど。うせやん。やらなあかん。おお、なんか吐いてる。油断できんな。やばいやばい、なんかうわめっちゃ減った。うわ3人おる。めんどくさ。はい、チューチューチューチューチューチュー、ほら俺行ったろべ。うわだる拳銃だる。じゃあかんやばい。あと一人やな。調子乗りやがって。回復や。回復させろこら。ちょっと待って、なんかやばい、あ、やばい、あー、なんか入ったらあかんとこ入ったな。あー、刺しとったらよかったな。これしまったな。うわー、やらしとったらよかったな。この前の時からもうなんかちょっとおかしいな思っとってん。すぐそばに強いやつおんねん。 あ好きなゲームのジャンル広いんですか？まあ昔はドラクエとかファイナルファンタジーとかもやってましたけど、もうそこはもうあんまりちょっと興味がなくて、もうプレイステーションになってからはまあいろいろ、そうですね、 RPG もやりますよ。僕が好きなのはアトラスの女神転生とシリーズ、ペルソナシリーズは好きですね。まあアクションとかレース系はやらないですね。ですけどこういうTPS か FPS の視線のゲームがで、こういうちょっとリアルな感じのゲームは好きですね。あとまあシティスカイラインもちろんですけど、ここにおるやろこれ。これどうする？おうこんなとこおんのかよお前。どないするこれ。チューはい、よし一人は勝負。あかん、逃げろ。服汚れてやんけ。どないし汚れんねんお前。EM が苦手。EM ってなんやろ。来たな。じゃあもうだから、じゃあその組み合わせあかんって、マジめんどくさいわ。よし。よし。よし、奥のゾンビはほったらかしやけどな。エイムっていうことは FPS 一人称視点っていうことかな。この奥にごっついゾンビおったな。ここな。絶対やらんほうがええ。2匹おったよな。やらんほうがええな。あかん。ややこしい。1匹やったらいけるか。タイマーやったらいけるわ。動き単純やし。よし。ただ問題は奥のやつや。これはちょっと触ったらあかんわ。 目あったみたいな感じでいきなり襲われたもんな。ああ、そうか、それで拳銃とか銃で撃ったらいいんかな。上行かれへんの？いけるよな。ちょっと散策させてください。ああ、そうですね。一応なんかこのゲームもなんか RPG みたいなことを書いてるのはネットではありましたけど、どっちなんやろね、このゲームは。やばい、絶対関わったらあかん。 FPS も楽しいですよ。あれ何やったっけ、めっちゃ結構有名になっ、かなり有名になったラスアスか、ラストオブアス。あれあれは FPS やったっけ TPS やったっけ。 FPS じゃなかったらすいません、間違えてると思います。あと何が楽しかった。おお、ちょっと待って、またおんの。ちょっと待って、おびっくりした。やばいやばい、狭い。やば、びっくりした。やば、あかん、狭いのはしんどいな。まあ、このゲームも一応 TPS か。TPS でいいんやね。ホラーゲーム。まあホラーやわな。ずっと夜やもんな。ヴァンパイアやから夜しかないわな。昼間出たら死ぬからな。で基本画面暗いよね、ずっとゲーム中。どっから、また、うわ、また、うわー、だる。ああ、なるほどね。TPS のホラーアクション RPG。はいはいはいはい。なるほど。まあ、それが、なんか、それでしっくりきましたね。ありがとうございます。こいつ、ダウン取って、血吸って、やな。で、そっからダウン。で、もう一発。で、一発。あかん。逃げる。いや、あかん。いや、やばい。ちょっと一回トイレ行きます。すいません。 よっしゃー、やるぞ。さっきのは調子乗りすぎた。これ一回ちょっと死んでもいいからちょっと一回やってみようか。ここさよならでゾンビが来ると。おいはい、さよなら。ゾンビ来たで。やれやれやれやれやり合え。うわ、やっば、一発めちゃ強い。攻撃全然せえへんやん。なんでせえへんねん。お前調子ええな。さよなら。あれどうなる？ゾンビしばけって。おっしゃ、ナイスナイス。なるほどね。おーがお前あ、やばい。もう一発。もう一発。よし。よっしゃー。ああ、そうか、ここでポッと降りてきたとこはここやったんやな。あ、ちゃうか。音に反応したんか。まあ一応ここは戦闘スペースやったんやな。さてさて、危ないやつらはもうどっか行ったはず。あ、まだ上行ける。
This could be the box
小さな
Lewis
箱。
thought he loved.
バレット伝えにくいことだから単刀直入に書くわ。私たちこんな風に続けてはいけない。少なくとも私にはできない。もしジョーが私について妻と親友の関係を知ってしまったら彼はきっと壊れてしまう。
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife.
そうやな。
Addressed to Barrett Lewis.
それはあかんよ。不
Who
倫
should
は
I
良く
give
な
it
い。
to, I wonder?
あ、もう一体おるわ。あー、しまった。やれるか。あ、逃げたな。そういうシステムな。よし。 タン奪って、あが2匹おる。あれ、お、危な。セーフエリアやな、ここが。うわー、拳銃いるわ、絶対いるわ。拳銃弾なかったっけ？え？あ、ないんや。あ、そうか、買ってないからか。それ拳銃の扱いってなんなん？結構大事なんや。さよなら、さよなら、無理です。ちょっと勝負できへんな。2匹は無理やな。そしたらそろそろこのダリウス・ベトレスクの家行こうか。ここやな。揉めてるな。またせびってんの。もう一発ぶちかましてくれ。ぶちかましてる。
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around
勇
there.
気あるね。
Extraordinary.
I suppose I was
そうや
lucky.
な。
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly
ラッキーが
rewarded.
必
About this
需。
package,
ギ
it's
リギ
not
リやろ。
just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
ありがとう。なんか出た？あ、あるね。聞こうか。
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Do you mean
まさか。
you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
なるほどね。
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
貴重な話もあったな。で、おっとっとっと。タバコ吸ってるやんけ。今ええやろ。
You again? What do you want this time?
あれ？ないわ。
Goodbye, Mr.
うん、
Peters.
すいません。
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure,
似てるよな。
sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
ルイズはお母さんと親しかったバレット・ルイスと君の血について、お父さんまともな仕事を探そうとしたんだよ。 まだ親父の風呂を入れようか。
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
Can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I
でも
can't
完
find
全
my
にそっ
place.
ちの顔やんな。こっち聞こう。
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
もうちょっと自覚ありちゃうか。
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realize he's as sad as me now.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
ありがとう。
Even
いい
my
話聞け
dreams
た。
are soaked with gloom.
It's hard to believe, but this district has always been wretched. Don't let...
これどこにおるかや
You guard
な。ま
down.
だまだおるんやろうけどな。
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
もうないか。
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
あ、こ抜けなあかんのかな。
Where's my money?
相変わらずやってんな。
You again? What do you want this time?
あ、ないわ。
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
うん、すいません。
Nobody at home.
おらんわけないねん。イルスやねん、これ。おんねん、ここに。ああ、すいません。わざわざ教えていただいてありがとうございます。いや、私も、多分、あと1、2時間して、きりいいとこ来たら、抜けようと、一回やめて、で、晩また配信するかどうかな、みたいな感じなんで、わざわざ教えていただいてありがとうございます。また見てくださいね。いつもありがとうございます。おーおーおーおってやんけ。うわ、ついついったこれ。ああ、はい、よろしくお願いします。 MT さんありがとうございます。なんか出会うやつ全員敵みたいになってんな、この街の中の。なんか手横に広げてるわけわからないやつおるんだけど、これ裏から攻められへんのかな、これ。ほら。
Oi, you! Stop there!
あ、来るな言ってんのかな。ああ、拳銃あったらなええやろうけど、弾丸持ってへんからな。行くしかないか。まあ、こういう感じで歩いたらいけんじゃん。
There's safer places to be than here.
いけんじゃん。
Step away!
ほらほら、お、
A leech! A leech!
あかんわ、あかんわ、あかんあかんあかんあかんあかん。
This one of them vermin! Go! Fuck, it's fast!
すまんな。どこおる？あ、出ちゃうな。エリア出ちゃうな。やばいとこやな。さらにやばいとこやな。キープアウト。結構散策しながらいろいろ見てきたんやけど、ここダリウス・ベトレスク、こつ、あ、こっちか。ちょっとルートがあったりするんじゃない？あれ？なし？何のためのあれなのかな。多分この中入らなあかんちゃうかな。じゃあ多分そんなの。
It's locked.
許すよ。多分ここあっちやわ。もう間違いないわ。あっちやわ。 持ってるよな、通ってるとこは。上からとか行けんのかな。ああ、どこや。いや、もうここしかないやろ。どっかなんかヒントないかな。
I cannot enter.
開かんの。ようゴミ箱にグリスネジック捨ててあんな。これ来たとこやもんな。この辺なんかあるんかな。ちょっと行ってみる。ちょっと戻る感じで行く。こっちね。どこやねん。違うよな。あ、でもいいか。いやしいことだ。いやしいな。確かにな。あれ
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
またお前か。口悪いの相変わらず。
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Goodbye, young man.
サンキュー。ありがとう。またや、もう、なんなん あ、これあかんか、このゲームほんま。メモリーエラー普通に PS4 やねんけど、ほんで普通にアップデートとかしてんねんやけど、うわー、これはあかんわー。